Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living in Southeast Louisiana. I'm Reverend Larrye-Marie Heyl, the spiritual director here, and we are a group of radically inclusive spiritual renegades, healing hearts and creating community, and embracing conscious spiritual living. Today we're beginning our October series called Fall into the All, and our message of the same title is about learning how to truly relax into the arms of the divine so we can be renewed. So stay with us as we look at how to release what needs to be released so we can live a life filled with ease and grace, joy and peace. Let's begin with prayer. We just take a deep, nourishing breath. And we settle into that place within us where we know our higher power, where we know that higher self, where we know that love and ease and forgiveness and compassion and grace and joy live. That place that truly is the divine within us. And knowing that we are all one, we have all of the qualities of the divine. Should we need wisdom, we have it. Should we need safety, we have it right there within us. So what I know to be the truth is that each of us is here today by divine appointment to hear something in this message that's going to expand our spiritual territory. Perhaps it's in the quote or the music or a poem, part of the reading. There is some reason that we have decided today to join in this community and listen to this message. And I'm grateful that you have chosen to spend some time with us. And it's from that gratitude that I just release my words, knowing that they're already done, into that divine heart of spirit, the divine heart of God, who always says yes. So I can let it be. I say amen, and we affirm it together. And so it is. And to freely fall into the all, to be able to live a life in which we relax in the arms of the divine, we must be able to see others as helpers along the way. Donna Michaels has a beautiful song called Join Together. Sing with her.
Brothers, we are sisters joined together in love. We are brothers, we are sisters joined together in love. We are brothers, we are sisters joined together in love. Love, 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 joined together, together in love. Love, 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 joined together, together in love. Brothers, we are sisters joined together in love. We are brothers, we are sisters joined together in love. And louder now. We are brothers, we are sisters joined together in love. We are brothers, we are sisters joined together in love. Love, 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 joined together, together in love. Love, 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 joined together, together in love. Sing joy now. We are brothers, we are sisters joined together in joy. We are brothers, we are sisters joined together in joy. We are brothers, we are sisters joined together in joy. We are brothers, we are sisters joined together in joy. sisters joined together in peace. We are brothers, we are sisters joined together in peace. Little louder now. We are brothers, we are sisters joined together in peace. We are brothers, we are sisters joined together in peace. Peace, 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 joined together, together in peace. Peace, 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 joined together, together in peace. Last time, Lord, we are brothers, we are sisters joined together in love. We are brothers, we are sisters joined together in love. We are brothers, we are sisters joined together in love. And at last time, we are brothers, we are sisters joined together in love. Love, 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 joined together, together in love. Love, 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 joined together, together in love. Everybody sing joy.
So this is our time for celebration and healing. Our time in our service where we celebrate life and we pray for people who desire prayer. We begin with celebration, so I invite you to say aloud so that the whole universe can hear it, any event in your life for which you're grateful and joyful this week. And now we turn to the healing portion of our service. We're a community steeped in healing. So we pause now to pray for anyone who's not feeling the joy of life that we perhaps were just feeling. They're not feeling maybe that they have things to celebrate. And I truly love this part of our service because it's so in alignment with who we are. So let's pray. God is all there is. God is that love and that peace and ease and grace and freedom and so much more. And as an individual expression of the divine, each of us have within us all of these qualities of spirit. They're available to us right here and right now. And what I know to be the truth is that there are people on this planet right now that aren't embracing those qualities. So we stop for a moment and we create a circle of love. And in this community, we place in that circle of love anyone that we recognize within ourselves or for someone else that might need prayer. So I'm going to pause and I just invite you to say aloud the names of all of those people that you want to include in our circle of love. I know that God is right where each of us happens to be, right here and right now, moving in, through, and as each of us. And I know that the divine has heard every name that we spoke, either in our hearts or aloud. And what I'd like you to do now is pause again, and from your heart to all of theirs, just send out love, knowing that the divine knows exactly how to distribute it. And what I know to be the truth is that anything that needs to be released within each of these people is being released now, be it disease of the mind, of the body, of the soul. I know that anything that's seeking to come forth and be lifted up can be lifted up. And that this release and this lifting up is healing whatever's called to be healed. I know that each of these people is feeling more deeply their connection with the divine right now. I have evidence of that, and I know it to be the truth for everyone that we placed in our circle. So I'm so grateful to know that the God without is the God within me. The God without is the God within every person in our circle, every person in this community, and every person on this planet. And I'm grateful for that power of community prayer and what it means to the uplifting of the people on this planet. So it's from all that gratitude that I release this prayer into the law of mind, spirit, and action. Because I know that the divine, in all of its wisdom, has already called all of this good. Any heavy lifting that needs to be done to heal whatever needs to be healed, the divine has already taken care of. So I can just know it's already done, say amen, and together we can affirm it. And so it is. I invite you to join me for our community affirmation. My life's purpose is already within me, and I am committed to its unfoldment. I am here by divine appointment to join in a community that cares for one another, to be in a place that transforms people's lives, to remember the highest truth about myself, to learn spiritual tools for personal transformation, and thus to make the world a more joyful place. So this is our time for meditation. And I just invite you to release the past, forget about the future for a few moments, and just be in this present moment, right here and right now. We're going to move into a meditation with Donna Michaels' Holy Healing Energy.
Holy healing energy of God is flowing through me. Holy healing energy of God is flowing through me. Flowing through me. Flowing through me. Holy healing energy. Flowing through me. Flowing through me, holy healing energy. Here we go. Holy healing energy of God is flowing through me. Holy healing energy of God is flowing through me. Flowing through me, flowing through me, holy healing energy. Flowing through me, flowing through me, holy healing energy. Joy, holy healing energy of joy is flowing through me. Holy healing energy of joy is flowing through me. Flowing through me, flowing through me. Holy healing energy. Flowing through me, flowing through me, holy healing energy. Holy healing energy of God, of peace, of love, flowing through me, you, and the whole wide world.
So we take a deep, nourishing breath. Release whatever we need to release so we can be fully present to this moment. Moving from our head to our heart as we fall into the all of the holy healing energy of God that is flowing through each of us right now. During the meditation with just the music, invite the divine to let you know what it is within you that is asking to be released, so you can fully feel the holy healing energy and be renewed. And as we return from this time of our private conversation with the divine, just bring back whatever is asking to be released, so you can truly fall into the all of that holy healing energy of God, of joy, of peace, of love, knowing you are renewed by releasing it.
Holy healing energy of God is flowing through me. Holy healing energy of God is flowing through me. Flowing through me. Flowing through me. Holy healing energy. Flowing through me. Flowing through me. Holy healing energy. Here we go. Holy healing energy of God is flowing through me. Holy healing energy of God is flowing through me. Flowing through me. Flowing through me. Holy healing energy. Flowing through me. Flowing through me. Holy healing energy.
My name is Nancy Wirtz, and I'm so excited to be reading this poem today by John O'Donohue. My mother taught me to love poetry, so this is in her honor. It's an excerpt from Benedictus, to bless the space between us. There's a quiet light that shines in every heart. It draws no attention to itself, though it's always secretly there. It's what illuminates our minds to see beauty, our desire to seek possibility, and our hearts to love life. Without this subtle quickening, our days would be empty and wearisome, and no horizon would ever awaken our longing. Our passion for life is quietly sustained from somewhere in us that is wedded to the energy and excitement of life. This shy inner light is what enables us to recognize and receive our very presence here as a blessing. We enter the world as strangers who all at once become heirs to a harvest of memory, spirit, and a dream that has long preceded us and will now enfold us, nourish, and sustain us. And so it is.
This song is quite appropriate to introduce a message, because when we're willing to let go of things that clutter our world, our light shines so much brighter. I'm grateful to Donna Michael for this beautiful song called I Am a Light. Sing along.
I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright, and I shine. And I shine, and I shine so bright. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. Think of someone you are. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. We are, we are, we are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. We are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. We shine, we shine, we shine, we shine.
I'd like to thank our reader, Nancy Wirtz, for the fabulous reading, and Donna Michael and our CSL music team for the great music today. We're beginning our new October series, Fall into the All, where we learn how to relax into the arms of the divine so that we can be renewed. And our message today has the same title, Fall into the All. It's officially fall, evidenced by the days getting shorter, and in many places, not yet Baton Rouge, the leaves are falling from the trees. It's interesting how trees don't try to cling to their leaves. They readily release them and make room for a season of reflection and then something new, spring. If we want to truly relax into the arms of the divine and to embrace all of our divine inheritance, we might consider being more like the trees and not clinging to those things that no longer serve us, so that we can make room for something new and wonderful. So your question for the week is this: what is the one choice that you can make today to release what needs to be released so you can fully relax into the arms of the divine and be renewed? One more time. What is the one choice that you can make today to release what needs to be released so you can fully relax into the arms of the divine and be renewed? You know, as humans, most of us don't readily release the things that no longer serve us. We are not so much like the trees, ready to let the leaves fall. Yet what I know to be the truth is that we have to release the old to make room for the new. You've all heard the phrase, out with the old, in with the new. It starts with out with the old. So is there anything weighing you down that you need to complete or need to let go of? The message today is about making space for new habits, new ideas, new goals. And that requires us to examine what it is we have that's cluttering our space or our minds or our hearts, and what we're clinging to, like old ideas or beliefs and old stuff. We cannot truly relax into the arms of the divine and as long as we are still clinging to useless things, old resentments, old traumas, old ways of doing and being that no longer are in our best interest. An old farmer had plowed around this big rock for years. It was in one of his many fields. He had even broken a number of plowshares and a cultivator on it. And he had grown rather morbid about the rock. It was always in his way. When he broke another plowshare on it one day, he remembered all the trouble that the rock had caused him through the years. So he finally decided to do something about it. And when he put a crowbar underneath the rock, he was surprised to discover that it was only about 6 inches thick. He even discovered he could break it up really easily with a hammer. As he was carrying the pieces away, he had a smile because he remembered all the trouble that rock had caused him over the years and how easy it would have been if he had just gotten rid of it sooner. So where are your rocks? Where have you found workarounds rather than truly examining the things that you might be better off letting go of, breaking down and releasing? Sometimes we cling so tightly to things and continue with our old behaviors for years that it becomes a habit. And sometimes it's out of avoidance or indifference, sometimes even out of history. We all know that story about the grandchild who asked her grandmother why she was cutting off the end of the ham. And she said, well, because my mother and my grandmother did it. The truth is, the pots back then were smaller. The hams wouldn't fit in the pots if you didn't cut the end off. And yet, tradition had made it so that even though we have bigger pots now, she was still cutting off the end of the ham. Sometimes preserving history and traditions are useful, and sometimes they don't make any sense at all. It's a lot like that man with the plow and the rock. We do things without consciously making choices. Take a look in your closet. Is yours so full that you have to issue an avalanche warning if you want to pull out a top or a pair of pants? Have you seriously thought that you better not buy anything else because there's no room in your closet to put it? If you have a closet full of old clothes, or a shed full of unused fishing gear or unused gardening tools, or a shelf that's packed with old books that you're never going to read again, or a brain that's cluttered with incomplete agreements, broken promises, past resentments, unresolved emotional trauma, it's pretty hard to make space for something new. If you're wondering what cleaning and clearing yourself on all levels, physically, emotionally, spiritually, intellectually, and socially, has to do with falling into the all, let me tell you that the answer is plenty. If you truly want to be able to relax in the arms of the divine and listen to what's next in your life, new friends or a new career, new knowledge, a new car, or a new relationship, even new attitude and new energy for life, you must clear out the old and make room for the new on all levels. You have to take the example of the trees in the fall and allow your own leaves and the old stuff to fall away and be left behind. If your mind and your heart and the bookshelves of your life are full, it's impossible to have room for the new things that the future might bring. Think about it. If you want to make new friends, but you have a schedule that's so busy that you don't have time to make new friends, it's not going to happen. And if you want a new romance, but you're still thinking about or angry about a former relationship, your behaviors most likely won't invite someone into your life so that you can have a new romance. I'm curious if you've ever walked down the street or into a store, into a convention, or a restaurant and seen somebody that you had unresolved issues with. Something incomplete. Somebody that you had history with. Perhaps you even went out of your way to avoid them. It doesn't matter what the issue is, whether you owe them money or they owe you money or you had a disagreement about something. When you avoid connecting with another person, it's just an example of something incomplete that control your life. Incompletes weigh us down. Every incomplete thing in your life, whether it be a broken promise or agreement, a personal relationship with unstated resentments or appreciations, forgiveness that needs to occur, everything that clutters your mind weakens your focus and it draws you away from what's most important to you. It keeps you from relaxing into the arms of the divine, and that keeps you from being all that you can be. It is true that to embrace the future, you have to let go of the past. There's a story in the Bible about Lot and his family and they lived in Sodom, and it was being destroyed. And God told Lot to take his family and leave, but not to look back. Well, Lot's wife disobeyed, and she was turned into a pillar of salt. The story is a metaphor. Salt is a preservative. When we clutch at the old and want to keep looking back in our lives, we become petrified. We can't preserve the past. We have to release it for a fresh new future. I love what Alan Cohen, in A Deep Breath of Life, writes. When we hold on to anger, hurt, or resentment, we only hurt ourselves. By withholding love from another, we deny it to ourselves. If you keep someone in prison with your thoughts, you have to sit at their jail door to keep them from escaping, and thus become a prisoner yourself. To free another is to free yourself. When you give the gift of release, your spirit is healed. Do you want to become a prisoner, or would you rather give the gift of release and heal your spirit? I know my answer. Are you becoming petrified like Lot's wife from the grudges that you're still clinging to? From looking into the past and hanging on to it, not willing to move forward? If you have something that's weighing you down, it's time to release it. It's time to complete it. If you don't, you might as well be living your life chained to a lamppost on a curb and knowing that when the crosswalk says you can walk, you can't go anywhere. You can't move forward. So here's the practical part of the message. How many things do you need to complete? Some things are easier to take care of than others because they're less emotionally impacting. You might have unpaid debts or a disorganized house or office or garage. You might have an overflowing junk drawer or family pictures that you've been wanting to put into an album. And some incompletes are more difficult. Those incomplete personal relationships. Making amends for those promises that were not kept. Hurtful things that you said or did to someone which linger between you. Or hurtful things that they said to you that you haven't let go of. People you have not yet forgiven. I'm inviting you this week to start completing your incompletes. Whatever's on your list, whatever might be holding you back, take care of it and do it now. If you continue to put it off, it continues to hold you back because it's leaving negativity at some level in your life. Releasing past hurts and anger and resentment and fear supports you in succeeding faster and easier, in being able to have a clear mind so that you can listen to what is next in store for you. And here's some practical ways that you can complete those incompletes. Use the 4 Ds. Do it, delegate it, defer it, or delete it. Do it. It may feel great to just do it. And I'd say if it takes less than 15 minutes, do it immediately. If it takes longer, create a plan to get it done and put that plan on your schedule. Delegate it. You know, some things sometimes don't feel like they're a good use of our time. And we can delegate it to someone else. You know, one of our songs today was Join Together in Love. Find somebody that loves you that will help. You can defer it. So if you still want to take care of it, but it's clear that it's going to take longer than you want to devote to it right now, defer it to some time in the future. But do put it on your to-do list for when you think you will have time to do it. Once the task is on your list, take it out of your mind and you have a plan so you can relax. And finally, delete it. Some things have been on our to-do list for so long that they're no longer pertinent. Just delete it. Maybe it doesn't really have to be done. Or maybe it wasn't as important as you thought it was. Or maybe it was a should, and you've gone past the stage of shoulding on yourself. So sometimes getting rid of that stuff makes life simpler. And deleting can be freeing in addition to an excellent clearing process. For example, if you dumped all of that old fishing gear or gardening tools that you haven't used in years, would you really miss them? How about those old resentments that keep you stuck in the past? Do they really matter today? And if they do, how can you clean it up? You truly don't have to connect with somebody to forgive them and move on. So decide now. Make what you think is the right choice about those incompletes in your life. I like to say that the heart of the matter is that hearts matter. It's truly what's inside of us that matters. Completing those things that are keeping you stuck in the past is an opportunity to look at what is inside of you, to see what it is that you're hanging on to that perhaps it's time to release. As the song right before the message said, if we can release them, guess what? Then we can shine. Think about all those unfinished things in your life that impact you, that dim your light. In our philosophy, we embrace non-judgment and acceptance. And we like to believe that people are doing the best they know how with the knowledge that they have at that moment. And if that's the truth, it's essential that we apply that same acceptance to our own baggage. Have you ever thought about what life might be like if you truly released all of the past so that it had no power over you whatsoever? If you truly cleaned up all those old grudges and let go of any guilt that you had about your past actions? Think about that for a minute. What if they just magically disappeared? I believe in divine order. I believe that everything I've ever done was part of that divine order. And anything that's already taken place had a purpose, even if that purpose was me learning from that mistake or a lesson for me to learn about how to behave differently in the future. And by the way, who do you think you're really hurting when you hang on to those grudges? It's not the other person. It's actually, we're hurting ourselves. That other person might not even know we're holding on to a grudge. Has that ever happened to you, that you apologize to somebody and they say, "What are you talking about?" They weren't even aware of something that you were feeling guilty about or some grudge you were holding. Jack and Cornelia Addington, in Your Needs Met, wrote these powerful words which summarize what I've been saying quite precisely. Here's the quote. Know that right this moment, all of the past is released. It has no power over you. Recognize the mistakes of the past for what they were. Efforts to do the best you knew at the moment. All of the slights of the past, Times when you seem to have been rejected are now released and forgiven. If there was anyone else involved, know that they too were doing the best that they knew at the moment. The past is released. Tomorrow will have within it all that is necessary for the fullness of that day. I love that quote, and the definitiveness of the past is released. And I particularly like the compassion in that final statement. Tomorrow will have within it all that is necessary for the fullness of the day. If we want our tomorrow to have all of that fullness in it, and if we really want to be able to fall into the all, to rest and relax in the arms of the divine, then it's time to let everything from the past be released and forgiven. Decide to do, delegate, defer, or delete it. All of that baggage that you've been carrying with you, so that the fullness of tomorrow can show up. In other words, release what you need to release so you can fully relax in the arms of the divine and be renewed. And just in case you got bogged down in that releasing process sometime during the week, I'm going to end with these words of Edwin Game from her 4 Spiritual Laws of Prosperity. One great tool is to learn how to say the word oops again. When you watch a baby learn to walk, she'll take a few steps and then fall. When she does, you don't look at her and say, "Look, you failed, you ignorant thing. Just stay down there and don't try again." Yet, this is what we often say to ourselves. It's so much gentler and more empowering thing to learn to say, "Oops, that didn't work. Oh well, I'll just have to try again." So in summary, how might you release what needs to be released so that you can truly fall into the all? Remember, be like the trees. Let go of what no longer serves you. And quit plowing around your rocks. Break them up and get rid of them. Complete your incompletes. Face your clutters. Don't allow looking back to petrify you. Let it go. Use the 4 Ds. Do it, delegate it, defer it, or delete it. Decide now to make the choices about those matters of the heart that have you stuck. And learn to say, oops, and try again. So the affirmation for the week is this. How is it I so easily and willingly make the choice today to release what needs to be released so I can fully relax into the arms of the divine and be renewed? And I invite you to challenge yourself this week to remember to release whatever it is that's asking to be released. Take the example of the trees and let the things that are dying in you fall away. And I invite you to check in a couple times a day. Just see how you're doing. See if there's anything that you're holding on to that might be impacting your feeling truly joyful. Let's pray. So we take a deep, nourishing breath. And we just allow ourselves to rest in the arms of the divine. To know that place within us where love and joy and peace and ease exist. And we know that all of that is part of who we are, part of that one life that's God's life, that's each of our lives right here and right now. And what I know to be the truth is that each of us this week is truly looking at all the things in our lives that we might be hanging on to, that we could possibly release to make room for the new. Out with the old, in with that new and renewed life that brings so much joy and happiness and peace. So I am grateful. I'm grateful for this community. I'm grateful for this opportunity to fall into the all of the love that this community has to offer. And it's from that gratitude that I just release this into the law of mind, spirit, and action, knowing the truth that that heart of the divine has already called everything that we've requested done. It's all good. It's already done. So I can just say amen, and we can affirm it together, and so it is. I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody that continues to support us and for the generous contributions that were made last week at our in-service, in-person at Unity of Baton Rouge, celebrating our 10 years. And I appreciate your continued donations. Enjoy our offertory song.
From the love of your spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal, bless, and prosper. It does good work in the world and returns to me, multiplied abundantly. From the love of your spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal, bless, and prosper. It does good work in the world and returns to me, multiplied abundantly. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is.
You can find all of the information for donating at our website at CSL-SoutheastLA.org. You can use the donate button there, or you can use Zella or Venmo at 225-287-8887. You can text your amount to 1-225-320-5100, or you can mail your donation to CSL Southeast Louisiana, care of Reverend Larrye-Marie Heyl, 445 Magnolia Wood Avenue, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, 70808. We thank you for your tithes and donations, and we appreciate the fact that you are giving gifts that are flowing out to everyone we touch. This offertory song is another beautiful song by Donna Michael. It's totally in alignment with the message today because it's about letting the light that shines in the darkness show through. And the way we do that is to release what is hiding our light. It's called
There is a light that shines in the darkness. Let it shine, let it shine. There is a light that shines in the darkness. Let it shine, let it let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. There is a light that shines in the darkness, let it shine, let it shine. There is a light that shines in the darkness, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. There is a light that shines in the darkness, let it shine, let it shine. There is a light that shines in the darkness, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. There is a light that shines in the darkness, let it shine, let it shine. There is a light that shines in the darkness, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, shine, let it 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 shine.
So next week, we continue our October series of Fall into the All. The message is Hearts Matter. And we'll be embracing living from our hearts and knowing the truth of who we are so as to bring the truth and peace into the world. When the world is peaceful, it's so much easier to relax into the arms of the divine and fall into the all. I hope you'll join us. Thank you for joining us today. I invite you to like us on Facebook at Center for Spiritual Living, Southeast Louisiana. And please follow us on our YouTube channel at CSL SELA. And it's just about time to join in our community time, which is a live discussion that follows the service every Sunday at 11:45 a.m. You have a little bit of time to go get a cup of coffee or some tea, and then dial into our conference line. The number is 540-792-0192. And the participation code is 475220. We hope you'll join us. And so in closing, remember, Disney claims to be the happiest place on earth, but we at the Center for Spiritual Living know that we are absolutely the most joyful. So until we meet again, may you be wrapped in the arms of love and kindness. And may you remember to release whatever needs releasing and create a plan to get rid of those things that are cluttering your mind and your heart. Because when we've cleared out and made space for the new, what I find very amazing is the divine steps in and brings more wonder into our lives in various ways. And when that happens, what I know is we feel very much alive.
Alive, alive, alive forevermore. My spirit is alive, alive forevermore. Alive, alive, alive forevermore. My spirit is alive. Sing hallelujah, sing Sing hallelujah, sing hallelujah. My spirit is alive, 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 alive forevermore. My spirit is alive, alive forevermore. Alive, alive, alive forevermore. My spirit is alive. Sing hallelujah, sing hallelujah. My spirit is alive forevermore. Sing hallelujah, sing hallelujah. My spirit